There's not a cheating story in the world that will ever top this one. And the worst part is that I found out that he was cheating by accident. So I was seeing this guy and we were getting pretty serious. Let's call him Jake. Jake was an absolute sweetheart. He would text me every morning and tell me how excited that he was to see me. I always tried calling him, but he only preferred text and hated talking on the phone, which I thought was pretty strange. I should have known that it was a big red flag, but it was a blessing that helped me in the long run catch him. Sorry, I had to do my eyes off camera. I'm not that talented yet, but let's continue on with the story. So one morning I get a regular text from Jake, but it was strange because it was a group text and he never sends me group texts. And it said, "Hey babe." My heart starts pounding really fast, but then I try to calm myself down and I'm like, okay, maybe he meant to send it to his guy friends as a joke. Then I started looking at everyone in the group chat and y'all, that's when I knew. Every single person in that chat was a girl. Yep, these girls were his side chicks. My heart dropped to my stomach and I felt like throwing up. I mean, I couldn't believe it. When you think you know someone so well and then in an instant, that's just all thrown away. But I couldn't just sit there and cry. So I decided to text him back because I felt like it'd be so rude of me to leave him on red in the group chat. I played it cool. I acted like one of his side chicks that didn't know there was a group chat. I was like, "Hey baby, love our date last night." Girl, the drama unfolded. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that the girls in that group chat were going off. Sure, it gets crazier because when the girls were going off in the group chat, I wanted to formally introduce myself. I was like, "Hey girls, this is Jake's girlfriend. So nice to meet you." Or should I say meet you, because it was over text. I tell you, after I texted that, the shock in that chat was palpable. Jake was freaking out, and the girls were just as furious as I was, rightfully so. And guess what Jake decides to do? Jake decides to call me. So he calls me, obviously I don't answer, and then he texts me, "I can explain." All the girls, including me, left the group chat. And one of the girls in that group chat actually started a new group chat with all of us. So clearly we all became best friends after that. Girls, I'm telling you that sometimes the smallest red flags can mean so much more than they seem.
So I found out my boyfriend got a secret baby. And he had me paying for the baby shower. And I didn't even know. So boom, we're not living together, but kind of living together, you know. And we shared an iPad. Well, my iPad. Because his phone storage was always full, or whatever the hell he told me. So one day, he leaves the iPad at home. He usually takes it with him because, like I said, he's using it for storage purposes, and I kind of don't really use it because I have no reason to. I heard that iPad go off, baby, my chest. Something in my chest told me I had to. I had to go through it. I had to. So I opened the iPad. I see a text from a girl. It said, "Thanks so much for yesterday. He kicked so much when you were around." Who is he? So as one naturally does, I go through every message they've had ever. And they've been texting for months, baby, months. And she's definitely pregnant. And he definitely seemed to be the baby daddy. I'm going through every message thread I see, and it's just getting worse. I see him texting his homeboy about how he's stressed about the baby shower and money problems and this, and this. And it came to me, it was no money problem, so I was very confused on where that was. Now pause. This same week, this man asked me for $300 for some car part he wanted for his car, right? And if you're my man, I'm tricking. Yes, you could get $300. What? Come to find out, I helped this man fund a secret baby shower for this secret baby that I had no clue about. So fast forward, he come home from his long day of work thinking shit sweet. Boy, did I have something up my sleeve. So of course, I confront him. I say everything that I know. And he gonna deny it. As if okay. So he walks in the room. I said, "Turn around." Right on the TV. All the messages displayed for him to deny. And I didn't get no sorry. I didn't get nothing like that. You wanna know what he said? Do you wanna know what he said? This man says, "I didn't tell you because you're too emotional." Like, what are you saying to me right now? Emotional? Oh, baby, you ain't seen emotional yet. But I can't talk about what I did next on TikTok, so we gonna skip past that. Oh, and the baby mama. Why she text me the day after the baby was born? To tell me that he told her I was his cousin that he lived with?
Put a finger down if you were dating this guy and he walked into your life and he was quite literally everything that you have been waiting for. Truly had you questioning, God, is this you? Did you put this guy in my life? He displayed every quality that I had been looking for. He was like nice. He was emotionally intelligent. He was understanding and listened and was attentive. He had a good relationship with the Lord. He just, he was funny. So many things, right? Yeah, he was great. And then one day, as in yesterday, he got a little drunk and we got home and he decided I'm gonna just pop 2 gummies. Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah, pop 2 gummies. Also, when I got home from work, he had like a display of like things he bought me with like rose petals and like a candle and wine glasses and like got me some takeout. I got in and I was like, that's sus, like that's sweet, right? Obviously, but my intuition was like, what did this man do? What is he trying to compensate for? And I've had an intuition, like a feeling in my gut that something about this man wasn't right, but he was so great that I just chalked it up to like my trauma, my overthinking, right? So I was like, you need to just trust this man. Wrong. Never trust a man. Don't ever trust a man. Yeah, so anyway, we got here. He popped 2 gummies. He was out of his gosh darn mind. And he kept going on about, and I was sitting there, I'm completely sober, I just got home from work, right? He kept going on about, babe, I need to tell you something. Babe, now would be a perfect time to tell you. And then he wouldn't finish the sentence. I was like, tell me what? Like, what are you hiding? Like, my mind went there. I was like, what are you trying to hide? It was almost like he was like outing himself and then like realizing, oh my gosh, this is Shannon, I'm talking to my girlfriend right now. And then like dialed it back in, right? Yeah, so that was happening. I eventually put him to bed. He slept on the couch. I went into my room, grabbed his phone, and sat in my room for 4 hours on his phone. I'll explain. As I was going through his phone, I got in there with his password. I realized that I'm really not coming across anything because he, you went into messages, deleted messages, there was nothing there. I went into like search history, that was all cleared out. He had like an app for like hidden apps, and I got into that, there was nothing in there. And I was like, this man's really trying to like cover something up. Like the fact that he went to extreme lengths to like make shit disappear, right? Yeah, so I decided, I was like, there's something. I'm gonna find something because I don't delete stuff off my phone. Like, I'm a normal human being. And so I went to TikTok and I was like, hey TikTok, like, how do you get into a man's phone? What to look for when you're going through your man's phone? Found some good stuff, did I? Yeah, lots of good tips and tricks. So basically you go into messages, deleted messages, there's an archive. You do this on like your settings. There's an archive button. Went into that. You need his password, so hopefully you know your man's password. You go into that, and I found just one text. So obviously he was like clearing out his archive, right? But this one he missed. It was a text from Bumble. Hey, your activation code is 7 whatever. From Monday, a couple days ago, right before he came to my house. So yeah, he downloaded Bumble, deleted that. I went into search history. There's like an archive button for that. Went into that. I left at 2 o'clock yesterday to go into work. He stayed here. He's gonna cook dinner, have like a little date night in the house, right? Literally no less than 20 minutes after I left for work, he was searching porn. And we have something in our relationship where we had already discussed that, and I was like, there's no place for porn in a relationship. Like, I am not that girl. Nope. So, and he agreed, right? He agreed. So yeah, several sites in my house, on my couch, or in my bed. Yeah, and not only were they, regular, it was granny with young boy, it was MILF, it was GILF, it was some odd topics. Clearly he's got some mommy issues is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so went through that, went through his app store. On the icon, you can click the picture. There, and in that there's like purchase history, and then hidden purchase history, and you needed like his iCloud password for the purchase history, or yeah, that. So I was like, crap, I don't even know what that would be. So I went into his password app, and it asked for Face ID like 3 times, and obviously my Face ID was declined, but then after the 3rd time you can like prompt it to like put in your regular password. So I put that in, got in there. Some of the websites and apps that he has had on his phone, or passwords for apps on his phone. Tinder, Reddit was on there. I've heard some good stuff about Reddit that I need to check that, so we'll carry that on. But Reddit, Grindr, yeah, Tinder, OnlyFans, another site that he paid a subscription for, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I found the password for his iCloud, and I went into the purchase history, whatever, and I found that he had purchased Bumble Premium 3 days ago. I saw that he purchased Grindr and Tinder Premium. Grinder. Yeah. He's straight. Let me get that. Yeah, he's straight. And not only that, like there was like a hidden purchase, and you can see there was like a Latino dating website. There was several other dating websites that I haven't seen. There was a transgender dating site, Grinder, obviously, and a few other. Cougar app, like cougars, dating for cougars. Yeah, and I'm not here to like judge you or offend you in any way. Okay, I'm just saying that was never discussed in our relationship. Yeah, so found that. I decided to get a little ballsy and go to his navigation app, and one frequent thing stop that I was seeing on there was a thing called Adam and Eve. I don't know what that is. Had to look it up because I'm a good girl. Looked it up. It's a sex shop. Yeah. Not only is it that, it's just like, where are they? Like, we don't do that in our relationship. So like, who are you using that stuff with? And then you're using that stuff with somebody else and then coming here and yeah. I need to go to the OBGYN. Yeah, so all of that. And then I got into his Reddit from like the passwords. And some of his searches were actually had me spiraling. It is some hardcore, not okay, should probably be in prison. And mind you, I have a 3-year-old son who I introduced to him. Yeah. I mean, thank God nothing, you know, I got out and I found this out quick. But still, like, tell me if you want a story time on how I confronted him. And some more things that I'll probably come up with on what I found in resolutions.
Hey y'all, story time that everybody's been waiting for. How I found out my boyfriend of 2 years was cheating on me for an entire year and had another girlfriend. So a lot of that goes into this story that I'm just not going to tell in one video. Like, I would have to tell this over days, so I could tell that story later. I'm going to skip to the actual day that this happened. So let me just backtrack. Like, me and my ex actually broke up in February because he did some really crazy foul shit. Like, it's a long story, y'all, but he told somebody all of my business, like all of my personal shit. He was wild. I should have just stopped speaking to him. I should have stopped speaking to him the day I met him. Like, we were working on things, but we were single, and I kind of told him, like, you know, what you did, you really betrayed me. Like, I don't know if a relationship is something that I want with you. Now, honestly, like, I'm just keep it a buck. Me and him were still entangled with each other, okay, but we were single, just to clear the air, since February. But we did have a discussion, and I told him, you know, if you are sleeping with somebody else or kicking it with somebody else, or, you know, doing things with whatever, if it's getting serious, you need to let me know so I can move accordingly and move on. I don't want to be entangled in anything, and that's out of respect for me. He was like, I'm not doing that, all I can think about is you, da 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 da, but same goes for you, let me know. So I was at his house. I had went out on Tuesday night, and I called him drunk, wanted him to pick me up, whatever. He came to So I was at his house, and I was woken up out my sleep, and basically he was like, get the fuck out of my house, like screaming, wilding, because he went through my phone, y'all. Now, just a little disclaimer, he didn't see nothing but me giving me somebody my number and like one conversation I had with another guy. But like, I at no point during this, and y'all, honestly, I have no reason to lie now, I'm never gonna speak to that man again. I wasn't sleeping with nobody else. And the messages that he's seen were like little, like, how's your day, like da da da, like it's little stuff like that, you know. And I was really confused in the moment because I'm like, we are single, so I don't even know why you're acting like this. But also, like, I'm not gonna, you know, just ignore your feelings because I still have feelings for him too. So I would probably feel some type of way too, whatever. That argument ended up being a really bad altercation, and it escalated really badly. I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but the next morning we ended up talking about it and like in person, and I ended up in his car, my ex's car. So while I was in the car, he just likes to play victim a lot, and that shit was pissing me off because it's like, you're making me seem like some evil dirty ass bitch for giving this man my number and talking to him for a day. But like, I haven't seen his phone in like a year, y'all. Like, he would not, I tell y'all, every time I try to get this phone, this man would not let me touch this fucking phone. And obviously I'm not a dumbass, but this day in particular, I had just had it because like, he will literally swallow that fucking phone before he lets me see it, but he's always in mine. And it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Mind you, he's also the type to always accuse me of cheating, y'all. I really did not be cheating on that man for real. I should have been, but I wasn't. So yeah, he went to go pick his daughter up from his baby mom's house, and he was like, when we get to my BM's house, you can see my phone, because I kept asking for it. He was not trying to give it to me. He's like, I know who you are, you're gonna hit me, y'all. I was not gonna hit him. He told me like, oh, when me and you aren't really talking, you know, I've had a couple conversations with girls, but it never really went nowhere. And I was like, okay, that's fine, just let me see. I did not believe him, y'all, and that's why I wanted to see so bad, because I'm like, if it was just that, you would show me. Hold on, y'all, I'm gonna make a part 2. So basically, y'all, we get to his baby mama's house, and I'm like, give me the phone. Like, what's T? Give me the phone. He not trying to give me the phone, y'all. He's ducking me bad. Like, he's like, hold on. Then he's like, nah, bro, like, I'll let you see it when we get to your house, because he was gonna drop me back off. So he gets his daughter, put his daughter in the car, whatever. Now we're driving, and now I'm starting to like bug up with him, but I didn't want to do too much because his daughter was in the car. So I'm like, give me the phone. He's not trying to give me the phone, y'all. It gets to a point where I'm asking over and over and over and over and over again, like repeatedly, like, let me see the phone, let me see the phone, can I have the phone please, like that. I'm getting irritated. So he's like, okay, well, I only went through your iMessages, so you can only go to my iMessages, like you can't go through nothing else. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, like, do I look like I was born yesterday? Like, no, when I get that phone, I'm gonna touch whatever I want. Give me the phone. I was asleep, you went through whatever you want to. That's all you could find anyway. There's nothing else in my phone for him to find. Oh God, right hand up to Jesus, right hand up to Jesus. There's nothing else in my phone for him to find. So I'm sitting here like, boy, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Give me the phone. So he's like, you promise if I give you this phone, you're only gonna touch my iMessage? I'm like, yeah. Obviously I'm lying, because why do you don't want me to see it that bad? Like, what the fuck? So then I get the phone, y'all, he's driving, we're on the highway. I immediately click photos. He's literally about to crash the car trying to get this phone from me, y'all. I had a hoodie on. He pulling my hoodie by the neck part, like it's getting rough, whatever. So we're going back and forth. And basically we just start tussling over this phone. He started acting crazy. I'll crash this car with everybody in it, like wilding. I'm like, dude, all this over a phone? Like, I'm starting to think like, damn, is he not cheating or something? Is it like does he like boys or something? Like, what am I gonna see in his phone? Because why are you acting like this? Like, I don't understand. So now we're tussling over the phone, whatever. We get to my house, y'all. When I say I wrestled with this man for 45 minutes over this phone, I looked at the clock in his car. It had been 45 minutes that we was sitting in that fucking car. He was not coming up off this phone, y'all. It got to the point he literally tried to put his phone in his boxers and up his ass. I'm not God could strike me down if I'm lying, bro. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, whatever in this phone, I definitely gotta see it now. I gotta see it. Finally end up getting the phone from him, and now I'm not giving it to him. We're like fighting in the car, whatever. He's driving around my parking lot, y'all. Like, and my apartment is the big ass like parking lot. He basically doing donuts. He not trying to slow the car down because he already knew as soon as you slow this car down, I'm hitting it, y'all. What? That motherfucker slowed the car down so he could hit a little turn. I jumped out his car barefoot, y'all. Barefoot, no coat on, no nothing. Had a hoodie on, some leggings on, some socks on, and that phone in my hand, y'all. I ran for my life towards my apartment building. In my building, like, you need a key fob to get in the outside door. You can't just open it, like, to the public. Like, you need something to get in there. So I knew as soon as I make it to that door and I get up in there, I'm good, because he can't chase me. You can't get in here without no key fob unless somebody lets you in. They're not gonna let you in if I'm standing at the door telling them to not let you in. So cool. Make it in the apartment building with this phone, y'all. So now, you know, my heart being fast as a bitch, and I'm like, okay, I got it. I know his password, right, y'all? So I go and I hide in the mail room. I'm going through it. I'm not seeing nothing. So I'm like, it's something in here, because he would never be acting like this if it was nothing in his phone. So I'm calling his friends. I'm like, who's the bitch? Because y'all, I'm not stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. You're doing too much. His friend, what? Yeah, Miguel, this for you with your deadbeat ass. But anyway, I'm calling it, whatever. I'm just spazzing at this point, shaking, because I have his fucking phone in my hand. I can't figure out what the fuck this nigga hiding. So you know how you look on iMessages? I'm not seeing nothing that look crazy until I got to his friend Austin messages. Austin, will you see this? Fuck you too. So it's only 2 messages between him and Austin. Austin messages, she sounds sexy as fuck. My ex-boyfriend's messages, she all right. But this is on Friday around 7 p.m., y'all. I was not with him on Friday around 7 p.m. So, bitch, who sounds sexy, bitch? Who, bitch? Cool. So now I'm like, okay, it's a bitch, and I'm gonna find out who the bitch is today. I'm looking through his messages. I still can't find nothing but that message. So I'm like, I see him in his phone talking shit about me, telling my business, talking crazy, y'all. That's another story for another day. This man hated my fucking guts, and I never knew. Like, I seen plenty crazy shit. So even if I hadn't found out what I found out, this would have been the last day we ever spoke. Right hand up to God, because what the fuck are you on, bitch? But anyway, I go back in his message because something just not sitting right with me. I'm like, what the fuck? I see a message pop up that says from Peso. Now, y'all, this message was not there. He had no chats from Peso on his phone. Mind you, he don't even got Peso number saved. Peso, when you see this, you're a bitch too. Anyway, Peso is like, I think he's like Mexican. I don't know what he is. He's Hispanic, but he's really, really like, y'all. Like, he's like white skinned Hispanic, right? And I'm looking at the message. It's a dark skin handshaking emoji. Like, you know the one you send your nigga when you got an attitude and you're like, all right, bet. It was that emoji. My color. So cool. I see this and something just telling me like, call the number. So I call the number, right? I don't say nothing at first. It's silent. She go, hello? I said, hello? Who is this? Well, I'm not gonna lie, this bitch immediately like, who is this? I said, this is so-and-so's girlfriend. Who is this? She's, well, maybe you should let him explain that, y'all. I didn't have time for the bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie, on a different day, this will piss me off, but it's like, I already know I'm done with this nigga, so I don't really care to argue with you, bitch. Who are you? There's only one girl I could think of, and it's the same girl that we had a problem with at the beginning, but that's another story, because a lot of y'all thinking that like I have to explain that story for y'all to get what I'm saying when I say me and her had an encounter. Like, yeah, anyway, but I just happened to guess her name because that's one of his exes or whatever. And she was like, yeah, this me. Is that Paige? Yes, it's me, bitch. Hello. So anyway, we realized who's on the other end of the phone, both of us. So we just started talking because at this point, it's really we done already beefed it out, bitch. We're not going to beef again. What's going on? Like, fill me in, you know? And honestly, I see no reason to beef it out with her because at the end of the day, you can only fuck up my home if a nigga allows you to fuck up my home. And yeah, that is what it is. He told this girl that I held a GUN to his head and forced him to talk crazy to her. I never did that. I swear to God, I never did that. He told this girl that I lived in Appleton. I do not live in Appleton. I live in Milwaukee. He told this girl that we've been broken up for a year and that he allegedly had me blocked on everything, which is what y'all heard. All of this is bullshit, y'all. He does not block me. I block him when I don't want to speak to him. He just capped on my name hella, y'all. Like, try to say that I paid for our vacation. I didn't pay a fucking dime. Said that when I met him, I just kept coming to his house, wouldn't go away. He begged me to come back every day. He took me on dates every single day. He got mad when I would try to go home. And he also had this girl in my house. She claims that he says that I moved out or whatever, which honestly I feel like maybe true, but I feel like with a little bit of common sense, you walk in a house full of my things. Obviously, I still fucking live there, which is dumb as fuck to me, but to each their own. Like, there's too much for me to even put in one video, y'all. I probably am gonna have to make a part 3, but it was really crazy. And just hearing her side of things and the way he will lie, like, he's a fucking compulsive liar, y'all. Like, this is what he does. And it's crazy because it's like, how you cap on my name, nigga? As many times as I try to leave your ass because you be doing dumbass shit, bitch, don't ever cap on my name like that. So yeah, me and her had a very cordial conversation. I honestly, even if she did know, which I think she did, I still don't have hard feelings. Like, you can keep him. I'm good. Like, I needed that because I genuinely feel like that man could do anything to me and I would have forgiven him because I loved him so much and I wanted to try with him so bad. But this is so disgusting to me. It literally altered my brain chemistry. Like, there's not a bone in my body that feels like I'm missing out by not speaking to him, by not being with him, nothing. I'm going to go the rest of my life without speaking to him and I'm going to be okay. And he's going to think about that for the rest of his. And that's my revenge. I'm good. I literally took that motherfucker and ran. Y'all talking about how y'all get his phone? I took it and I booked it. Ho, I don't play no games. I needed to sort through my emotions and how I felt and things. And before I did this, because I could not talk about this without crying when it first happened. And yeah, I'm good now though. Easy peasy. And yeah, if you think you know that nigga, take that nigga phone and run off, ho. Lock yourself somewhere he can't get you and have a ball.
My boyfriend has been secretly texting with my best friend, and I need your guys' advice and just like let me know if I overreacted, but I really think that there is something messed up going on. So things between me and my best friend have not been normal for a while now. About a month ago for her birthday, we had made dinner plans. She blew me off like super last minute. And so then I was bored, had nothing to do, invited my boyfriend to go have dinner with me because I had made reservations and he was busy too, which, you know, now looking back at it, I'm like, maybe they were together that day. I don't know, conspiracy theory. But I've been giving my best friend the benefit of the doubt because she's been going through a lot. She just recently had a breakup with a really, really toxic guy that I do not like. And one of the reasons I don't like him is because that guy actually used to be best friends with my boyfriend. And he just caused a lot of problems in our relationship. He was like a very disrespectful person. But anyway, that's beside the point. So about a week ago, I'm laying in bed with my boyfriend and I see a text message pop up on his phone because he's like scrolling through TikTok. And I notice that it is my best friend's name. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, well, maybe it's like somebody else with the same name. Like, no, my friend has a very unique, specific name. Like, I highly, highly doubted that he is talking to somebody else with the same name, okay? But he didn't know that I was looking, so I just kind of was like, you know, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna sleep this off. It's a little bit weird that my best friend is talking to my boyfriend. I didn't even know that they had each other's phone numbers, but maybe they're like, I don't know, planning a surprise party for me or something, even though my birthday is like 8 months away. A few days go by, I've kind of forgotten about the whole thing, and I'm in his car, and on his Apple CarPlay pops up my friend's name. She has just messaged him. So now I don't have to act like a crazy girlfriend. Like, I can actually legitimately ask, why is my best friend texting you? And you could tell, like, he was so nervous that he had been caught talking to my friend. Like, I could see his face just went completely white. But he told me that the reason why he was talking to my best friend was because she was having a really hard time with a breakup from the toxic guy, and he was kind of helping her through it because he used to be friends with him too. So basically, he was just, like, lending her a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on. And that seemed like, you know, a legit excuse. I was like, okay, yeah, but why wouldn't my friend tell me? Why wouldn't you tell me? Why is this being kept a secret from me? What do you guys think? But I'm a Virgo, and I'm sorry, like, that explanation is just not gonna help me sleep better at night. So the following evening when I was sleeping over his place, I decided that while he was sleeping, I was gonna go through his phone because I just needed confirmation that the conversation between him and my best friend was not, like, weird. There was nothing weird being said. And also, I don't know, at this point in time, I'm just not feeling very sure about my best friend. So I go into his phone. Yes, I know his passcode. And the messages I see are a little concerning. Basically, in the messages, he's gassing her up. He's saying that she's so beautiful, that she deserves better, that, you know, she could do so much better than that guy, and basically saying everything that I could be saying to my friend, but my friend is not confiding in me about her breakup. And I don't know, the messages just made me feel super, super uncomfortable, so I decided to step away from the whole entire situation and relationship, and now I'm wondering if I did the right thing, or if this was, like, super suspicious and sketchy, and was gonna lead to something potentially bad happening. What do you guys think?
Closure is an illusion, especially when you are dealing with a cheater, a liar, a narcissist, a sociopath, because real closure would require accountability and remorse. And those are things that people who chronically cheat, lie, and manipulate do not have, and they are not capable of. The best thing that you can do when you find out whatever it is that you find out is to walk away in silence and say absolutely fucking nothing. Now, is this easy? Hell no. When I found out that my boyfriend had been cheating on me throughout our whole relationship, and he had got his ex pregnant when I was moving in with him, and then continued to live a double life and lie to my face for over the course of a year, as he raised a human being on the side, I said nothing. He left for work, I packed my car, I blocked him on everything, and I moved across the country, never muttering a word to this man. Now, do I regret this? There were times where I thought about everything that I would say. None of them are nice. None of them are kind. And the best part is because I moved in silence, he thinks I know nothing. He thinks that because at some point in our relationship, he went in and deleted his ex's contact off my phone, that I didn't call her the second I found out, and that I didn't talk to her for over an hour confirming every single lie that I was told over the course of the year. He thinks that I'm still going off of his word. Good thing he don't get paid for thinking, because baby, I know everything. Because one thing about me, baby, is I'm an FBI agent and I'm gonna get to the bottom of the truth. But what he's not used to is someone that's not gonna stick around for the fucking season finale of fucking Looney Tune crazy boy over here. You know what I mean? I got what I needed to get, and baby, I'm gonna go before you fucking take me out of character. I'm gonna let God handle it, because if I handle it, I'm going to jail. Baby, that's how I felt. God, this is in your hands. Hiding a son, living a double life, gaslighting multiple people in a situation is behavior of a complete sociopath. So when you get that confirmation that the person you're dealing with is actually insane in their own ways, do not confront that. That's your closure. The fact that they can disrespect you, gaslight you, lie to your face multiple times, that's your closure. So walk away with your marbles still intact and do not let them take you out of character. Love you.
Get ready for me when I tell you guys how I found out my ex was cheating on me through a reflection of a picture. And like, I am so serious. I found out he was cheating on me because I literally was able to see a reflection in a picture. It was going great. Like, everything was fine. Like, we would FaceTime every single morning, every single night. Like, when I would get ready for school, like, we'd be on the phone, always a good morning text. Like, we were like medium distance, so we saw each other every single weekend. And he would always update me. Like, he was busy, he would text me. Like, he'll let me know, like, oh, I'm gonna be busy today. So I never worried about anything until one weekend he told me he's gonna be like super busy the whole day. He's gonna be with his family, because his family from Michigan is coming like up to see him. So then I'm like, okay, like, that's fine. He's barely responding all day, but I was just like, he's like with his family, so it's okay. So he goes, like, his location's like at this like Italian restaurant, and then I see him post like a blurry picture of like him like at the restaurant. It's just his plate and then like his hand. But then tell me why in like the reflection of the spoon, like, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I don't know, I really feel like this was like God like really trying to show me something, because like, why can I see a reflection in a spoon? Anyways, in the reflection of the spoon, I see a wine glass and I see red acrylic nails holding the wine glass. So I go like through his following at this point, and I'm like trying to see if I can find like one, like a girl posting a restaurant, like, because usually when you're on a date night, you post that you're on a date night. And he only followed like 300 people, so I was like, this is gonna be easy. I literally found her. I found her. She posted him, like, she didn't post him, but like she posted like their plates, and I was like, yeah, like, this is her. So I text my best friend and I'm like telling her like literally what's going on, and she's like, let's pull up, like, we need to pull up. So I pull up to the restaurant, and there and behold, like, they're literally sitting right there. Like, so I call him to see if he'll take my call, and he he takes it, like, he's just like tells her like, hold on. I see him mouth, my sister's calling me, and then he like leaves the table, and he's like, hey baby, blah blah blah, like starts talking to me on the phone. So then I'm like, oh, okay. So I go up to their table while he's talking to me on the phone, because where he was standing, he couldn't see me. I go up to their table while he's talking to me on the phone, and I like sit down, and then I'm like, okay, like, she's looking at me crazy. And then like I like hang up the phone, and then he comes back to the table and he sees me. Yeah. And I was just like, it's so cute that you like Italian, right? Isn't it cute that you like Italian? You're bringing her? Is this your first date? And then she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, he didn't tell you he has a girlfriend of 8 months? Like, how can you miss it? How can you miss it? And then, yeah, and then I just got up and I left, because fuck, I blocked him. And that's how I found out my man was cheating on me, through a reflection on a picture.
Story time. Yay for Post Malone releasing his country music album. So story time about how I found out my boyfriend in country music was cheating on me. To get straight into it, I moved to Nashville in March 2022. Me and boyfriend started dating July to October, like July. He was dreamy, he played steel guitar, he's a songwriter, you know, all the things. He was on tour with Morgan, and Morgan's from my hometown, so that was like tender. So a pretty good setup was there. I was definitely fed so many beautiful lies, but let me just say that the music industry, musicians, they love their NDAs. Like, anybody in a league, anybody in like football, baseball, basketball, wherever you want to go with that, them NDAs, they're tight. Like, they got them, and I wouldn't trust them. Run. So let's say fast forward a little bit. We're dating. He goes back on this tour. It's the first tour back for the summer. And this was last year this time. So August 2023. I had a social media following at the time on TikTok and Instagram. He is gone for a month long at the 1st of August. So he's gone for the whole month. The second day of Australia tour, while he's gone, I lose my TikTok. And it's random, like it's gone. Third day, I lose my Instagram. And nothing was ever spoke about this. Like, he didn't ever have much to comment or say on this, which to me, weird. So anyway, I kind of use this as a time to like just find myself. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? Fast forward a little bit, I get a little bit fishy about some things, and I start asking the universe, God, I start praying, okay? And I'm like, I need everything shown to me like right here, or I'm going to look this way and I'm going to keep on trucking. You got to lay it on me or I'm not going to see it. So it got laid on me. It was during November. And at this time, this was when Post was getting into country music. Everything was getting released. It was like a really big deal that he was doing country music. So like, yeah, it's Post Malone. Like, he's the only person I've ever bought merch for. Funny, because hindsight, hold on. So come to find out, that whole week unfolded. I found out through a song that he wrote with Post. So he comes back and he's like, I wrote this song with Post. Like, this is it. He comes back to my apartment at 8 a.m. the next morning after writing. Like, I saw him the night before. He went to the studio, they wrote. He comes back, shows me. And the music's playing and he's still like a little bit hammered, to be honest. Like, it's early in the morning. He's still drunk, you know. Playing the music, it's Post's voice. It's him strumming the guitar and his words. He's explaining it to me and he says, it's about a truck driver effing a bunch of hookers on the road every single weekend and gets to come home to a good loving girl every single time. And right then and there, it was like cherry on top, like that was the missing piece. And so I just needed confirmation. So I was baffled, to say the least. I got up, I had to go to my last day of work. I made breakfast. Like the wifey I am, I made us breakfast, fed him. He goes to sleep because a nice home-cooked meal in bed? You're welcome. He's asleep. And I go to plug in his phone but something in me was just like, girl, you gotta check this shit. Like, what the fuck was that? So I did. And I found, since I wasn't on Instagram any longer because I was like gone from Instagram, I saw that he was in vanish mode with a bunch of Instagram fans. He didn't want me to be in the limelight and he didn't like me modeling, but like all these models were in there. I was like, you're a two-timing little... When I say that I was asking for everything to be like in front of me, everything, I go to Snapchat and I literally find a gold mine and I see like literally 200, 300 girls that are accounted for, like much less for the unaccounted ones. He's sending merch. He's like, keep your mouth shut kind of thing. Like, I got merch coming for you. Like, and he did, because I remember there was times where he's like, I have to hit the post office before I come over. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay, that's weird, but okay, like, love you, I have cookies ready. Anyway, the song Losers mentions his name, and the apple does not fall too far from the tree in Music City. And then the next song, Right About You, is the song I heard he was cheating on me with. Like, that was the song, Right About You. So there's a couple songs too that I know that are like, I know when you hear it, that's the song. So thank you, Post, for releasing it, because I was really hoping you wouldn't. Post, I bought a t-shirt for you when I was 15 and this is what you pay me back with? I mean, thanks for exposing him, but whatever. What the fuck? Anyway, and I just literally hung up my Post Malone shirt yesterday and he drops this at midnight. What kind of sorcery? Anyway, that's my story time of finding out my country music singer, songwriter, boyfriend was cheating on me. Serial cheating on me so bad. Anyway, it's only up from here. And when we broke up, printed a lot of pictures that I found. Like, a lot of the pictures. Like, there was plenty more I could have fucking even taken pictures of, but I printed all of them and I threw them on the counter. I threw them on the front porch, let me say that. If I would have made it to the counter, I would have definitely taken the 2 dozen roses that he gave me that week, because so on brand, you know? So on brand. And I would have put them under his bed sheets from whenever he brought a girl home that night, because I know there had to be at least one. Anyway, if you are dating someone in a big league, it just ain't worth it. Like, Come on, it's not worth it. Even if they're nice, like they're not nice. Like they're just doing it to your face. Like they're not nice. Rose petals in the bath, like it's a scam. It's a scam!